love Cinema Tucsón because we can gather to see an amazing cinema and film production from Mexico.
This is a really good opportunity to see something that's international and very well known. So very excited to be here and very excited to watch the movie.
Las calaveras salen de su tumba, chumba la cachumba la cachumba la.
Why is the subject of migrant families so important to you?
I believe that I am very attracted not towards, let's say, the subject matter of migration, but talking about stories of families altogether. And all the films I've made are about families.
Cinema Tucsón was an outgrowth of something that Carlos and I did previously for about 17 years, which was called Tucson Cine Mexico, which was the first film festival in the United States to showcase contemporary Mexican cinema. And after COVID, we decided instead to present it as an annual monthly film series. And the beautiful Fox Tucson Theater gave us a home here.
The Fox is committed to it in part because, well, of our history as a film palace to highlight a bold film experience. This particular program here at the Fox is such a beautiful encapsulation of the kind of power of partnership.
With a wonderful group of people in Tucson, with the University of Arizona, particularly the Center of Latin American Studies, even very local businesses like La Estrella Bakery and the Mexican Consulate, we've come together with the idea to make cinema approachable.
I'm the director of Film Tucson, and we promote Tucson as a destination for filming. Our goal is to bring in more filmmakers so they can see what Tucson has to offer. And so Cinema Tucsón gives us an opportunity to bring filmmakers in from Mexico. So it's a really great partnership we have.
So I heard about this event through a friend.
There's about 7 of us coming tonight.
And I've been here to the Fox Theater many, many times. Heard of the event through a friend of ours.
Very important to have this kind of cinema in Tucson because we have a very large Hispanic population.
We are selecting films that we think that our audience wants to see, and they do want to see horror, comedies, and as well as the sort of more challenging esoteric films.
We've been able to showcase films pretty much almost in the world premiere right at the beginning of the festival run. And in some cases, we've also featured older films to also create a dialogue between the new films and the long tradition of Mexican cinema. You know, for me, there's also a political side to all of this. This wonderful theater from 1929, when it was built, the Mexican community was not welcome here. So, you know, it's a very fragmented city, and there were specific theaters for Mexican cinema around here. So I think it's very poetic in a political sense that that Mexican cinema is now centerpiece here in this wonderful theater.
I'm a Mexican filmmaker. I come here for the screening of Homie Somewhere Else. Instead of being a storybook, it's a story film. The audio comes out from the real protagonists of their stories, telling from their perspective, what does it feel to live in the US with the fear of family separation? In Mexico, and what we see is the absence of those members of the family that are not there and in the US. So it was kind of talking about the emotional cost of migration in Mexico. And I always felt it was incomplete until we told the story of the experience in the US. And it took me 12 years to figure out what would that be. We decided that we were going to tell the stories from the point of view of the young members of these families. It was very clear that we wanted to do this with animation from the start. You can protect the identities of those who are vulnerable. We can make a film that would be more attractive for young audiences, and you can use animation to go inside the minds of those who are telling the story.
I mean, for me, it always comes back to story. I mean, I think of the stories we choose to elevate when they really have the ability to connect us to our shared humanity. So those are the things that for me are exciting about film as a genre, and maybe about every form of art.
Extremely important to understand each other, to listen to each other, to respect each other, and why not? Let's try love each other too.
Cinema Tucsón tries to build a bridge to incorporate, to celebrate other cultures and other peoples.
Thanks a lot.
Hi, I'm Tom McNamara, host of Arizona Illustrated. Thank you for watching this Arizona Illustrated story here on YouTube. And if you like that one, well, here's another story we think you'll like.